Welcome to my Week 5 NFL prediction. As always, like, comment, subscribe. And when you guys subscribe, make sure you guys have the notification bells on. I upload occasionally per day. So, make sure you guys have the notifications on and please subscribe. Last week, I did very poorly. I went 7-9. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Making my overall record 42-22. So we gotta get better. We're still doing pretty good, but we can do better than that. So here's my Week 5 NFL prediction, and let's do this. So starting off with Thursday Night Football, we have the Rams and the 49ers. Now, the NFL they have posted about the 49ers that I think I saw Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, and Brock Purdy all out. I think that what it says. Yeah, it says Brock Purdy is ruled out. No Ricky Pearsall, no Juwan Jennings, all for the 49ers. So I think this should be a win for the Rams to pick up. The 49ers are just too banged up. They are just too banged up to do anything. So I believe that the Rams, they took down, who did they beat last week? The Colts? Yeah, the Colts. Yeah, they beat the Colts. They beat the Colts. And they look good. The Rams look good. And I feel confident that the Rams will pick up this win over the 49ers. Now, on to London. We have the Vikings and the Browns. Now, I don't know anything about Minnesota because I didn't watch them in the Steelers play at 7:30 in the morning. Mountain time, that's where I'm at. But as for Cleveland, they got busted really badly by the Lions, and I don't see Cleveland winning this. The only way Cleveland will win this game if their offense plays, in which there is also more news that Dillon Gabriel is now the starting quarterback for the Browns, and taking on this Brian Flores Minnesota Vikings defense, I don't know how he's gonna play. So I'm gonna stick with the Vikings to get the win, and let's see if it's the Dillon Gabriel era here for the Browns. Next up are the Ravens and Texans. Texans, they look really well against the Titans, but then again, we're also gonna look back. It's the Tennessee Titans. They're awful, besides Cam Ward. As for the Ravens, they got pounded to the ground by the Chiefs. Lamar Jackson apparently went down with a hamstring injury. So I don't know how that's going to revolve around the Ravens. Their defense is being terrible. Derrick Henry's fumbling a lot. So I think the Ravens are gonna fall to 1-4 if Lamar Jackson is ruled out. If Lamar Jackson is ruled out, I believe that the Texans are going to get the win here over the Ravens. Next up, the Dolphins and the Panthers. Tyreek Hill, again, hopefully he gets a speedy recovery because that injury did not look good. Carolina, they got pounded to the ground by the New England Patriots of all teams. Come on, Panthers. Anyway, if Miami plays well as they did on that Monday night game against the Jets, I think the Dolphins should be able to get the win right here. That only if they play as well as they did against the Jets. Now, the last time I picked the Dolphins, they got blown out by the Colts. Dolphins fans, please don't make me look like a fool twice and get destroyed by the Panthers. Okay. Now next up, the Raiders and the Colts. As a Raiders fan, I am not excited for this game. I I'm being real. I'm not. We got we lost to the Bears last week. I'm mad about how we lost. The Colts got lost, but that doesn't even matter. But then again, I'm always gonna support my team no matter what, and I'm picking the Raiders, and I do not care. But I'm so being wrong. But I already know I'm being wrong, and watch, now that I say I know I'm going to be wrong, we will win. So maybe that might work. It probably won't. Moving on. Giants and Saints up next. Yippee. I'm picking the Giants. I'm picking the Giants right here. Jackson Dahl looked incredible against the Chargers. I think the Giant fans have found their next quarterback. As for the Saints, they're gonna keep being the Saints and lose. So yeah, moving on. Next up are the Cowboys and Jets. Oh my gosh, what's up with all the stinking games right now? Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. That game they had with the Packers was absolutely incredible. I really don't know what to say about the Cowboys. Could they be good? Maybe. Could they also be really bad and go out and live off in Jerry World? Yes, they could. As for the Jets, they're 0-4. They're the Jets. They suck. I really got nothing to say, but yeah, the Jets, they're gonna lose. So yeah. Now, here what I think has the potential to be the most trap game of all trap game. The Broncos and the Eagles. I'm gonna land in safe zone. I'm going to pick the Eagles, but I will not be mad if the Broncos win. I believe it's all gonna. I think this game is going to come down to who has the better defense. Will it be the Broncos? Will it be the Eagles? I think this game gonna be low scoring. I think, but let's see if the Eagles offense can play like they did in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs against the Broncos defense. This is going to be a defensive test for both teams. But this can also be a trap game for the Eagles, and the Broncos could steal one. So I'm still gonna lay on the safe zone. I'm picking the Eagles, and yeah. Up next are the Cardinals and the Titans. I I really I literally I have no words for this game. We literally have a mediocre offense against a bad offense. I'm gonna pick the Cardinals, but I think Cam won't have to do everything. I think he has to throw the ball to himself at this point because I don't see Tennessee winning. And if they do, good for them. Like literally, good for them. Alright, here's a good matchup. It's the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. Now, I heard that both teams are rocking throwback jerseys. Buccaneers are rocking their creamsicle jersey. The Seahawks are rocking their 90s throwback. That should be fun. This game should be fun and fun to watch, in my opinion. Should be one of the most fun games to watch. But I'm going to pick the Buccaneers. I'm going to pick the Buccaneers to get the win. I think Tampa Bay had the most explosive offense. Emeka Egbuka looked really, really well. I must say, Egbuka looked really well. Chris Godwin's back. Sadly, Mike Evans is out. That sucks. He's even on my fantasy team as well. That sucks. Yeah. I think the Buccaneers should get the win. The Seahawks, they did pretty good against the Cardinals last week, but I think personally, I think the Buccaneers should have the slight measure over the Seahawks. Next up on the Lions and the Bengals. Yeah, give me the Lions. Like, I better see. If the Lions don't put up 60 points here, I don't know what to say. If the Lions don't put up 60 points, I really don't know what else to say. Like, if the Lions, like, hear me out, when we really think on a realistic manner, do we think that the Detroit Lions offense are gonna ever have to punt against a Cincinnati Bengals defense and do a Detroit Lions defense can maintain Jake Browning in a Cincinnati offense? The Lions should easily get this win over the Bengals, in my opinion. Moving on. Commanders, Chargers. I heard Jaden Daniels will be back. And if Jaden Daniels is back, I'm picking the Commanders. Because if Jaden Daniels is going to be officially back, then I have full trust in him to get the win. Yes, I still have one that there is going to be still no Terry McLaurin. But there is still Deebo Samuel. He has the running backs. Jaden Daniels, I think, should be fine against the Chargers. And I believe that the Chargers are going to go on back-to-back L's. Now, we have Sunday Night Football. It's the Bills and the Patriots. Remember when I talked about the Eagles and the Broncos being a trap game? Yeah, I think it's more of a trap game for the Bills than the Eagles. The Patriots stomped the Panthers. Now, granted, it is the Panthers, but they're playing the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to do exactly what I did with the Eagles. I'm going to pick the Bills. But it's going to be a trap game for Buffalo. I was wrong about the Patriots, about them being really well. I was wrong. They look kind of good, I'm not going to lie. I'm glad the Raiders got a win over them in week 1 when they barely can do anything by then. But now with the Patriots, they look really, really well, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna play the safe route yet again. Give me the Bills over the Patriots. Now we have Monday Night Football, the Chiefs and the Jaguars. I mean, when you first look at this game, you're like, yeah, this should be a win for the Chiefs. But now the way Jacksonville been playing, yeah, we're saying Jacksonville been fraudulent. They're the most fraudulent, 3-1 team right now. But they can really cement a stomp on the foot on some haters, including myself. And I hope that's the case because you know me, I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. I want the Kansas City Chiefs to lose, so I'm picking the Jacksonville Jaguars to stomp a foot onto the haters and show the haters that they are contenders and not pretenders. Now, as for Kansas City, they did stomp out Baltimore. But they didn't have Lamar Jackson for a corner. But they stomped out the Ravens. Jaguars, they got an impressive win over the 49ers. And so yeah, that is going to conclude my week 5 prediction. Let me know you guys' prediction, you guys' hot takes, and I will see you all in the next upload. Peace out, y'all.